Welcome back to the channel. So as I promised in the last video, which I will card in, I'm doing some testing here on the new Black Ops 6 patch when it comes to the PS5 Pro console and the Pro enhancement update that I think came along with Season 1. One thing that I've discovered is, unfortunately, I cannot toggle the 120 hertz flag in the display menu in match. So I basically have to go in here, go down to graphics. I have to do all of this before the match starts. So you see it's toggled on right now, which I apologize, guys. It looks like it's kind of blown out there on the camera, but this is the 120 hertz refresh tab. This is the only indicator that there's anything different with this new patch, that there's a Pro enhancement feature now. I'm gonna go ahead and show you real quick before we get into game. Let me pull up the game dashboard here on my LG G4, and you see the frame counter here is locked in to 120. When I toggle this off, notice the frame counter change. In my opinion, what Call of Duty has updated here for the PS5 Pro is they have essentially given us the 4K 60 mode that's on the base PS5, now with a higher frame rate. So, and in case you didn't watch it, I highly encourage you to go watch my last video where I kind of talked to you more in detail about what I'm seeing in this mode versus the normal, I'll put air quotes around the 4K 120 mode. It's more like an upscaled something to 4K and 120 frames. You see them kind of jumping around. Let's back out. We're back here on the menu. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into a match. I'm gonna do Nuketown here. That way I can get a quick match. You see it went back up to 120, and I'm just gonna kind of walk you through what I'm seeing and hope that my camera will at least do a decent job of translating what I'm seeing in person. Just at a quick notice, just looking at the menu here, I'm not seeing like a ton of extra detail or sharpness here compared to the normal 120 mode, but I don't really expect to see a major difference there. The real test is going to be what happens in an actual online match when you've got a bunch of other players just jumping around, butt sliding everywhere, doing backflips while shooting me and, you know, taking me out. So again, I'm curious to see how this map looks. Will I see any of the sort of imperfections that I saw in my last video when I went into this mode? I mean, considering it's supposed to be a higher graphical fidelity mode, I'm kind of shocked that I'm seeing the imperfections, you know, that I was seeing. And there we go. So the frame counter is back up. I may switch to the other frame counter that kind of just sticks to the other side of the screen. That way this is not in my way. Let's do that real quick. Let me hit the green button a bunch of times. There it is. Hopefully you can see that okay. So it looks like it's hovering 80s right now. You know, let's fire some grenades around here. See how long it takes me to get killed. Coming through the middle here, okay. You know, again, this is not about the gameplay. I'm not a great player or anything. You're right there. Why am I ducking down? Okay, so far, again, I haven't gotten in a one-on-one serious gunfight here where somebody's challenging me like that. That's gonna kill me, okay? All right, I'll try to cool it on the play-by-play commentary here. Why do I keep ducking down? Where are you at? Right there? Nope. Okay, I don't know why I keep ducking down. I'm not actually trying to do that. Are you over there? Oh, you're behind me? Okay. So you're gonna see me die a lot now. So let's check out the frame counter here. It's jumping around. It's mainly in the 80s, it looks like, back here. That was a good shot. That grenade came out of nowhere. So let's get up towards the middle of the map if we can, now that they've got us kind of spawn pinned here. All right, let's go take that down real quick. Let's see. I want to say, like, just looking at pure gameplay here, you know, things I guess look a little more sharp. Where you at? Right there. Okay. Oh. So yeah, we're kind of spawn pinned here. I'm not really helping my team all that much either, because I'm just trying to test this. Are you back here somewhere? Whoa. Okay, somebody's back there. Where are you? There we go. turned on metal. That's cool. All right, come on guys, this is what the SBMM I'm talking about. Like, cool it a little bit. I just want to kind of show off what I'm seeing here. Man. Okay, well, I'm definitely dead now. They know I'm back here. Yep, okay. We'll flip spawns here. I'll shoot the thing down, even though there's a guy not far away. This also gives me an opportunity to kind of look at the sky and see what I'm seeing. Sky looks pretty beautiful, clear. When you're playing an online multiplayer match like this, it's hard to like focus on what kind of details you're seeing. Maybe if I go upstairs. Oh, the frame counter dropped. Sorry guys. It's hard to focus and do anything. All right, this will give you in real time here. So when I walked in here, I saw all the little imperfections in there. Now where did it go? Let me see, let me walk back in. Okay, they're gone for now. That's interesting. Okay, I've got to, that gonna kill him? No, darn. Oh. Okay, so I'm looking at the frames here. I'm sorry, I've really been too much focused on the gameplay, but it's almost impossible not to. So frames, we're looking at 83, 84. When you're back here, there's gonna be a guy pop out in here somewhere any second, I bet. Let's see if the frames kind of jump. Where are you? There he is, okay. 70s when I respawn in. The question here is, do I find this to be playable? Like if I'm trying to take this halfway serious and have a good match. Whoa, okay. That was scary. Try to push up a little bit here. Okay, that's good. Oh, and down. So the frames, you know, that was down. So really the frames are kind of jumping around between, I'd say 70 and, whoa, 105. 70 and 105. This is so hard to do a commentary like this. He's gonna jump right here. Okay. One thing I'll try and notice here, when I probably picked a bad map to do this. I probably should have picked a bigger map where I'd have a little more time after spawn to kind of tell you what I'm seeing. The way I would break down this match, this point, as chaotic as it is, and you don't have time to think, is I would say that this is playable as they're going to circle around. Here they come. Okay. Do I think this is, I'm dead. Do I think this is playable? You know, like if I was like trying to do well and like maybe camo grind and like actually care, do I think this is playable? I do. Shockingly, this new, I don't even want to call it a fidelity mode. Defeat. Yeah, we got our ass whooped. I find this to actually be surprisingly playable in a competitive format. And I'm pleasantly surprised by that. I'm looking at, now that I can relax for a second, the map looks absolutely beautiful. The graphic fidelity is definitely better. And the one problem that I have with what I'm seeing is that it's now gonna be hard for me to go back to the 120 mode after seeing how good this looks. This looks absolutely beautiful. I think another good test would be to do a Warzone match, you know, that's gonna be on an absolute giant map. How do the frames and how does the game play perform on a big map, you know? That was great. Well, I won't say great. My gameplay was not great. But again, I told you that was not what I was going for. Let's back out. Let's just kind of recap here to close out the video. If somebody were to come to me and said, hey, I'm semi-competitive Call of Duty player. In other words, I play online pubs. You know, I like to camo grind. I like to do challenges. I like to capture objectives, but I'm not like trying to get a professional contract here. I'm not a professional Call of Duty player. Could I play in the non-120 hertz mode? And what my answer to you would be is yes, you can. You can get away with it now. The 4K 60 mode, man, I tried to do it. I tried to enjoy the updated graphical fidelity, and the 60 frames was just, the movement was just too slow. And I was completely uncompetitive, non-competitive. And this mode, where it's now, I guess we'll call it 4K, what would you, Leave me some comments in the comment section. What would you call this? You know, it's not a true 4K 120 mode. It's more like a 4K 75 to 105 mode. I'll have to go back and review the footage to see. I'm pretty sure I saw the frames jump to at least 105 a couple of times, especially right after I spawned in. But I definitely saw them drop to as low as like 73, 74 at some point. So you clearly have a big range here. But the fun thing for me is I think I can make this mode work. So to conclude this video, do I think I will leave the 120 Hertz mode off and just play the game as it sits right now? I think I'm going to for a little while. And I'm gonna see if over time, do I notice a big enough difference where I feel like my performance is being impacted to the point where I have to go back to 120 mode? I wanna give it several games, okay? Enough games for skill-based matchmaking to really kick in and to really start whipping my ass over time. Will I feel like I'm at a detriment performance-wise and competitive-wise to turn it back off? We'll see. The other thing I wanna test is a Warzone match. I wanna get on the big map and I wanna see how the frames perform on the big map. Okay, by the way, I'm starting to see those imperfections on the weapon that I was talking about that I noticed in the last video. I'm seeing it here on this little walking screen. But anyway, that's gonna do it for the video. If you did enjoy this sort of content, you wanna see more game testing like this, and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. I'm gonna be testing many more of the Pro Enhanced games to see the differences in the Pro Enhanced modes, the PSSR, etc., versus the base PS5. I'm gonna be doing these tests, and if you wanna see those tests, be sure to be subscribed and hit the bell. But with all that being said, until the next one.